Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 26, 2024. This is the South Coast Air Quality Management District Hearing Board. Today we have on the calendar the actual South Coast AQMD versus Ryan's Cleaners case number 6252-1 has been taken off the calendar altogether. And so then we have on consent, we have Colton Power LP 6167-3 and 6167-4. And following that, at approximately 11 a.m., we will have the hearing board, the general meeting. So let's go ahead then and start with 6167-3, and we're going to be marking the exhibits. So the stipulation to place the matter on consent will be number 2. The declaration of Joseph Shepherd will be number 3. The proposed findings and decisions of the hearing board will be number 4. And the email string of Mr. Balagopalan's comments and questions will be HB1. And that'll be entered into evidence. All of them. Okay. Did anybody want to start the deliberation on this first one in reference to Colton Power? Since you had questions, Mr. Balagopalan, or did you want to start, Mr. Pearman?
Oh, just to say this was, we saw this before, for short, and just circumstances suggest they needed more time, but nothing's changed. It's no really fault on their part of the need to additional time so they can complete the necessary installation to complete the testing. So I think the stipulations are appropriate and we can make the findings based upon the stipulated documents.
Thank you. Mr. Balagopalan, did you have any comments?
No, I concur. I think what Mr. Payman said, that they came for us for the short variance, and then now I think the issue that came up, they didn't come up before, was the fact that there were some permitting delays for replacing the SCR, so that's why they need more time to install the to get the SCR catalyst. I'm sorry, and then do the testing after that. So that's, they're requesting more time to do that. Right. So that makes sense also to get the new catalyst in before they do the ammonia testing. So I think what they're asking is very, I mean, makes the 6.5, it can be easily met.
I agree. They've been, they've done their due diligence to try and get that equipment sooner rather than later, and they just haven't been able to do so. So especially for the testing requirement. So I also agree that they would make the 6 findings for the, I believe it's a regular variance at this point. So, and it was also in regards to rules 203, 1134, 2004, and 3002. So any other comments from board members? All right, with that, I'll entertain a motion.
Sure, I'll make a motion in the matter of Colton Power LP Drews, case 61673, facility ID 1825563. In this matter, a stipulated findings and facts and conclusions and order submitted by the parties and exhibits referenced by the chair that they've satisfied the the 6 conditions for the variance as recited by the chair. This refers to Rule 1134, 203, 2004, 3002, and similar permit conditions such as D28-1. And the equipment here is unit D22, facility address 599 Pepper Avenue, Colton, California. And we can adopt by reference the statements made in support of the 6 findings at pages 3 through 8 of Exhibit 4 the proposed stipulated findings and decision of the hearing board, and therefore move that we grant.
Thank you, Mr. Ali.
Ali seconds.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, let's go ahead and have a vote. Mr. Balakour,
I would, yes.
Mr. Pearman,
Aye.
Mr. Ali.
Aye.
Dr. Abraham.
Aye.
And I also vote aye, so it passes unanimously. Okay, with that, we can go on to 6167-4. Also Colton Power LP, although Century, different facility here. So that would be in reference to it being on consent as well regarding rules 203, 1134, 2004, and 3002, which was also for a regular variance. And let's go ahead and mark our exhibits. The stipulation to place the matter on consent will be number 4. The declaration of Joseph Shepherd will be number 5. The proposed findings and decision of the hearing board will be number 6. And then we have another string of emails, and that will be number 2, HB 2. And all will be entered into evidence. Okay. Anyone want to start the discussion on this one?
I was going to say, the issues are very similar to the one we just deliberated on and voted on 6167-3, same issue with waiting for the SCR catalyst before they do the testing, and they're actually waiting on the Title V permit on both the cases that is pending approval by EPA, the 45-day review. So once they have that, they can, and once they get the they can install it, and they asking, the variance for both cases till the end of July, starting today till the end of July. So, and we don't expect any excess emission, even though the unit initially when they came was because the blades were damaged but they replaced it and the unit can run. If they were, CalISO asked them to, on an emergency basis, if they needed power, they can summon it. But they don't plan to run it until the catalyst is installed. So there shouldn't be any excess emission. But if they do run it, there is a SEM, again, for both those units that we heard, that will measure the NOx. So we'll know if there's any excess emission. And I think they've laid out all the conditions that are laid out, addresses adequately all the necessary findings that we need to make and I believe we can make the 6th finding again easily to grant the regular variance.
Thank you, Mr. Balakour. Okay, I also agree with you in reference to trying to get that equipment in, and especially with the selective catalytic reduction system that they have there that's required for, they also need to do the testing on. So that whole area on Pepper in the Colton area is surrounded by residential neighborhoods. The Edison office is also there, and there's some retail, but it's mostly around residential. It's not very far away at all. So it's very important that they have all of those controls on there and that they're operating properly. So with that, did we have a motion on this yet?
Yes. Yes.
Would you like to make that motion, Mr.
Yeah, I
Ali?
don't have any issues making a motion. In the matter of Colton Power LP case number 6167-4, facility ID 182561, I move that we grant a variance. The granting of said variance will commence, this is a regular variance, I might add. Let me see, let me get the date. Hold on 1 second.
It'll be today, starting today.
Okay, and it's commencing through,
July 30th.
okay, the variance will start today, March 26, 2024, continuing through July. I'm sorry, 1 second. Should have my documents. All right, okay, now we're in full swing. Okay, so the variance will commence March 26, 2024, continuing through July 30th, 2024, which is the final compliance date. The applicable rules set forth will be Rule 203B, 2004F1, 3002C1 from Section D, condition number 281 of Title V reclaim. This is specific to facility permit. The facility permit to operate number is 182561 and Rule 1134E2C3 for turbine unit D15. Yes, we did include Rule 1134E2C. And the address of said location is 271 South Cooley Drive, Colton, California, 92324. In addition, the conditions of the variance should be set forth within the exhibits as attached to the minute order and all other applicable case files therein.
Complete your motion.
Please, my motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, seeing none. Mr. Balagopalan, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Pearman,
Aye.
Dr. Abraham,
Aye.
Mr. Ali?
Aye.
And I also vote aye, and it's unanimous. And I don't know, Madam Clerk, did I say that the exhibits were entered into evidence? Okay, thank you. So with that, that completes both of the items on the agenda. And I believe we have to wait until 11 a.m. to start the general meeting. So we can adjourn until then. Right, correct.
So we're adjourned.
We are adjourned. We will come back at 11 a.m.
So those changes that we discussed, those red lines that